You are now watching Believe. Do you believe?
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Believe in Bengal podcast. Solomon Wilcots, of course. Adam Pac-Man Jones is up to other things, so he left it up to me to fly solo and introduce our new guest, the Cincinnati Bengals first-round pick of the 2022 draft. Daxton Hill joins us on the show. Dax, how you doing today?
Doing well. Can't complain. It's been good so far, so I'm just enjoying it so far. So it's been good.
I know, man. Hey, listen, I know how it is. You're parachuting into a new city, a new team, a new playbook, right? This whole draft job interview experience. I remember seeing you at the Combine in Indianapolis. Now you're here in Cincinnati. What has this journey been like for you?
It's been a lot. Really just coming off a long season, 12, 13, 14 game season, and then, straight into training and, just preparing, pre-draft process. Just locking into that, making sure I'm, crossing every T, dotting every I. So it's been a lot, leading up to now. So it's been good. Now I'm just, settled down now. So I'm glad it's kind of all over with.
Hey, this is what you hoped for, right, Dax?
Yeah.
This is what you wanted, right?
Oh, yeah. This is something I've been, looking forward to for a long time now. So it's now happening, and, hey, I'm excited.
Take me back to where you grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, my man. For one, people should know this about you. In the great state of Oklahoma, you were the Gatorade Player of the Year coming out of high school. So take me back to your high school football days. When did you fall in love with the game? What other positions did you play? And maybe what other sports did you play?
So really, before the Gatorade Player of the Year, I started, fourth grade. I think that's when I started to, slowly fall in love with it. I was kind of forced to play it, actually, because I was a basketball player. And so one of the football coaches, he had saw me at a basketball game or whatever. Then he wanted me to try out for his team. And so I think that's when it started. Then like I said, I started and then I fell in love with it ever since then. And so that led to, all the way to high school and, me doing great things. Freshman year, I played a little bit. And then toward the end of that season, I started to play start. And then from there, kind of stuck, started at free safety and, played receiver as well. So I was on both sides of the football in high school. And then so that's all I really did in high school in terms of, football and then basketball. I started that when I was younger, when I was like first, second grade. So that was my first love. And so I stopped that all the way, to sophomore year of high school. And, I was hoping to go to college for, Division I basketball, but it didn't really turn out like that. So I wanted to go to North Carolina, like the big blue, school. So that didn't really turn out the way I wanted it. But, football worked well for me in high school. And, besides football, like I said, football, basketball, and track as well. So those, three sports I played.
Hey, Dax, I feel you, my man. The hoop dream dies hard, bro. It's hard to let it go. But all the great defensive players in basketball, you know where they go, right? They become defensive backs. That's exactly right. You learn to lock them down, man, and it really does help the skill set. So tell me, how did you get from Tulsa, Oklahoma, parachute over the Midwest and go right up to the University of Michigan? How does a guy go from Tulsa to the University of Michigan? What led to the choice? And what do you think, and how did Michigan prepare you best to play in the NFL?
It was really just a feeling I got in my gut. I always wanted to trust my gut throughout that process because I was going through a lot of, different schools, between a lot of different, scholarships, a lot of different coaches I was, in communication with. So it was really like the feel I had with, the Michigan program, the culture, the history, and the things that it had to offer, outside of football. So that was one of the main reasons why I went to Michigan. And from there, that's, how I, it led me to, to this day today. So had me really prepared in terms of, making sure that I take care of my business outside of, football as well, while I'm on the field as well. So, I had a good, good program behind me, solid foundation, working my way up to the NFL now.
Well, I got to tell you, I got a little secret to share with you. I'm good friends with your former athletic director, Ward Manuel, and Derek Walker, D-Walk, right, in the athletic program at the University of Michigan. So I come up to Ann Arbor. I watch all the games. I'm up in the booth with Ward, and I'm looking at number 30. I'm like, man, this kid can play because this was pre-COVID, right? You were just a freshman, man. You're making all the plays. You're lining up everywhere. And I got really excited about watching you because you could play just about anywhere, from corner to safety to the nickel to the dime position. Kind of talk to me about how you evolved as a player on the back end. You played right away as a freshman, but you play so many positions. How did that come to be, and how did it come to be where you're so comfortable playing all of those positions?
I would say, first and foremost that, playing all those positions isn't easy. I was really free safety, and then they had me at nickel and, doing a lot of different, things on special teams. So it was a lot of, making sure deep in the playbook, retaining all the information, going back, reviewing and things like that. And just, making it second nature, making it a lifestyle to, incorporate, studying that playbook, outside of football. That's one thing I wanted to, emphasize, just my different roles I knew I was going to have. So that kind of led me into, being, pretty good at what I was doing. And that's just really the coaching that I had, and, as well as just, being out there and knowing kind of what I'm doing. So it was really just repetition. And then from there, I was very comfortable, playing different spots.
So now you're sitting at home, it's draft day. You just helped turn around a Michigan program that had been down for a little bit. Now they're back on top. You left them in good hands, and you helped build that. But then you get the call. It's the Cincinnati Bengals. You get to play with Joe Burrow. You get to play with Jamar Chase. You get to play with some really good guys that just played in the Super Bowl. What was it like when you got that call? You heard it was the Cincinnati Bengals. What came to mind?
I was really just very excited, for my family, them just always being there for me, and really sharing that moment with them. That was really special. And then, whenever I was, just, sitting and waiting, I was really excited just to see the Bengals, because I talked to them a little bit, but that morning I spoke to them, just briefly. We chopped it up just for a little bit, 2-minute conversation. And so it was just, hilarious how it actually happened to, be them that actually picked me. So I'm glad that it happened the way it did. And, I'm ready, for the, next chapter.
Now, you also know, I'm sure the second thing that came to mind, I got to play against Big Bro twice a year, right? Because we got to tell everybody, your brother, Justice Hill, right, running back for the Baltimore Ravens, that's your big bro. And what came to mind? I'm sure you guys started to have a conversation immediately afterwards.
Yeah, actually, that was before. Even if it didn't happen, hey, we knew we'd go cross paths somehow. So that was already a talk. But definitely it's gonna go down now. So we got to prepare ourselves. I'm preparing myself. I'm be looking forward to that date.
Twice a year, man. Twice a year. Right?
A lot of people didn't know that, and a lot of people shocked. But hey, I'm kind of used to it, and I'm kind of excited for it too, because freshman year I was a freshman, he was a senior, so we didn't really go against each other a lot. But now it's kind of like the real deal now. So.
This is big boy time. I'm the youngest of four. There's 4 boys in my family. I'm the youngest. Come a time, Dax, where you no longer little bro. You know what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Put the new boy pants on real quick. Oh yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. Hey, before we let you go, a couple of more conversations. We talked about your versatility. Man, you laid down that 4.3, 8 and the 40. Just very impressive at the scouting combine. So you have the speed, you have the versatility, but you talked about it earlier. Playing a lot of different positions in the secondary, it's not easy. 90% of the game is played from the neck up. So you have to have a tremendously high football IQ. So help our viewers to understand what it means when you're playing in the box as a nickel corner. And sometimes you're going to be asked to blitz the quarterback. Sometimes you got to take on pulling guards, man. You got to turn that ball back inside, right? Against the run. You may have to cover slot receivers or some of the athletic tight ends in the league. Just kind of talk to us about a lot of the things that come with playing the multiple positions that you're expected to play in the Cincinnati Bengals defense.
So, really, I would say at Michigan, they really emphasized on see a little just to see a lot. I would definitely put that, the nickel in that category, just because you are doing a lot of different things. And so you don't want to overthink what your assignment is. And so that's how I kind of approach it. Just I know my responsibility as well as, the people around me. So I want to, focus on what I need to know, and then, play it the right way, having good eyes and, good hands and feet and things like that. So like you said, pulling guards, you have to, just find your work and then, then go off that. So it's kind of just, using your head, like you said, being intuitive, and then doing, just reading, your eyes, having your eyes in the right spot. So I would say nickel is a combination of those things.
See, Dax, most people don't know that guys like you and me in that 200-pound range, you can take out a pulling guard now.
They underestimate the weight.
That's right. Don't underestimate. But now the rule of thumb is get them before they turn up, right?
Oh, yeah, you want to close space quick, because I'm telling you, it's a lot of weight.
That's right. That's right. When they coming down the line, you can still get them, man. Same foot, same shoulder. Thanks. But when they turn up, bro, it's a whole, that's a whole different ball game. That's right. Use that quickness. All right, before we let you go, we got to play a little game of this or that. Want to have fun with you, because I know, look, if you grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're probably used to that Texas-style Southwestern chili that's more thick and hearty. It's not like the Skyline where it's loose and a little runny, or the Gold Star. Don't know if you had a chance to try one of them or not since you come to Cincinnati. So I'm going to ask you, is it the Cincinnati-style chili you prefer, or the style of chili back home down Southwest?
So recently I just had the Gold Star. So I want to say I would go with, back home for now until I taste Skyline. So I want to say, I really like, the chili back at home, just because we had a few Coney spots, a few chili spots. So I'm going to give it back, props to, Oklahoma. I'm going to put them on the map for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try Skyline as well, so we can see what the difference is between the two.
Well, you can't ever divorce yourself from your hometown. You got to give them some love. We appreciate that. But yeah, you got to try the Skyline as well. Tell us which one you prefer, the Gold Star, or the Skyline. Most people, they're going to give it to one or the other. So right. I'm not going to feed you with that one, but one or the other, you'll make that decision later. Tell us, I don't know if you even tried Grater's ice cream yet. But is it the Grater's ice cream or soft serve ice cream? I don't even know if you tried it.
I haven't. Is it kind of similar to Cold Stone?
Have you heard of Cold Stone? Yes, but better. So I'm gonna throw you out. I'm gonna throw you out a secret.
Fan, but you said it's better than Cold Stone.
Yeah, bro. And I never thought I would ever say that, but I'm fully in.
Oh, man. If you saying it's beating Cold Stone, then I have to try it soon.
You got to go check it out. Oprah Winfrey had it on her show. She gave it to everybody on the show, and everybody the eyes was rolling in the back of their head. Man, you got to try this one. It's called the Kentucky Bourbon Butter Pecan.
Oh,
you can remember all of that, but bro,
Kentucky Butter Pecan,
Kentucky Bourbon Butter Pecan. Oh.
The original, all these.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's great. You may not like pecans, but it's one of those that you got to try.
Pecans, so I'm glad you said that.
There you go. I'm telling you, in it. Okay. Now I got a sense of how you're going to answer this one, but we got to ask, because guys, if Adam Jones was here, how he would lean toward one or the other. So I got to ask you, playing in the secondary, are you a trash talker or do you just kill them softly? Which one?
Oh, man.
Huh?
You ain't do the talking. That's what I do.
Okay.
Hey, make my plays on the field. That's my trash talking right there.
There you go.
Chase them on the side, but hey, I'm bringing it to him. That's what I'm doing.
I like it. And I knew that's the way you look. Smart guy, cerebral. But when I put on the tape, man, you're flying around hitting anything that moves. So your answer matches exactly what I thought. Okay, the final one before we let you go. As a secondary defender, where do you find the plays get made the most? In the box or outside the box?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Oh, outside the box. I mean, there's times where I have to feel come down. But I mean, the player when the ball is in the air, definitely have to, blow out the fires, take out all the fires. So
I like it. Well, hey, Dax, we appreciate you stopping by, man. You're a great player, well-spoken. And you got a future in television, by the way, but you just stick to this football thing while you're still at it. and we'll have this waiting for you when you're done. Okay.
Save me a spot.
All right. We'll give you plenty of reps too. Okay.
Some practice reps in before we hit the game time.
That's right. All right. Daxton Hill, Cincinnati Bengal. We appreciate you stopping by. This has been another edition of the Believe in Bengal podcast. Thanks for stopping by, everyone.